Kia ora koutou, I'm Kate.
And I'm Hannah.
Here in the Anglican Diocese of Wellington, we're part of the team helping our church to respond to climate change. This is a priority for us as a practical way to love our global neighbours, and we're here to update you on the next strategic way that we can all raise our voices together.
For 3 years, our diocese supported the Zero Carbon Act. Anglicans supported in lots of ways. We prayed, hundreds of us wrote submissions, attended rallies, and joined in the climate strikes. And we made a difference. The Zero Carbon Act became law in 2019, committing New Zealand to get to net zero carbon emissions by 2050.
That same law also established a climate commission to advise the government on how to reduce emissions. And in March, around 800 Anglicans had their say, helping to highlight the need for fairness while our country makes these big changes.
Now the government is shaping the next stage of their response. They have released a draft emissions reduction plan outlining specific policies to reduce emissions for the next 15 years. This is where the rubber hits the road. Exactly what actions will they take to reduce emissions?
The plan covers a number of areas: transport, energy, building and construction, and more. And the government want new ideas too. The consultation is a big deal, and so we're making our voices heard again. As Bishop Justin says about climate advocacy, this issue is not going away. We need to be people who keep showing up.
There are a number of ways that you can make a submission. The easiest way is at movementonline.org.nz/climate. We've got a quick submission form that guides you through the process. If you're part of an in-person church service today, your service leader can also give you a paper form. There's one for children too. You can also make a more detailed submission on the Ministry for the Environment website.
So what should you say in your submission? It can be very simple, just a sentence or two is worthwhile, and you can say whatever you like. Some ideas to consider. The first is saying what would help you to reduce emissions. For instance, personally, I'd love to avoid flying and driving, but there aren't enough train networks to get around the country easily.
You could also give other specific ideas that you support. For instance, I would love to see free public transport for community service card holders so that people on low incomes can access sustainable transport.
You could give ideas for how to look after vulnerable groups. For example, it's important to me that people are supported to retrain if they need to change jobs.
You could also thank the team preparing this important plan for our country, encourage them and pray for them.
The deadline for the submission process is 24th of November, but we encourage you to take 5 minutes and do it today, either using the paper form or online at movementonline.org.nz/climate. We know that when we speak up together, our voice is powerful, so let's be people who keep showing up.